As quickly as you can, snatch the pebbles from my hand. When you take the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
I be kicking the lingo. Got them thinking I'm kung fu. The way I be kicking the lingo. I'm about to enter the dragon. I'm about to enter the dragon. High intensity discharge. I got a better medallion. I'm about to give her the dragon. I'm about to give her the dragon. Blowing on them Bruce Leroy. I got a fetish for fashion. Be around me, know you want to. I'm like regular people. Got them thinking I'm kung fu. The way I be kicking that.
Thank you for tuning in to Enter the Last Dragon. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube as well. This episode is brought to you by Enter the Last Dragon. A little bit of self-promotion. Follow us everywhere. We're on Instagram. We're, of course, YouTube. We're, of course, on this podcast with Podbean. Once again, we appreciate everyone who has subscribed and listened to the podcast, and I look forward to bringing you more great content. Your host, your seafood for the day, your boy, RoyRob. Now, let's get into some martial arts.
Joey Angelo just got that big win for everybody. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships. Joey, what's up, man? Part 2.
That's it. I feel good, man. It's good to do the after win interview.
That's it, man. That's it, dude. So tell us how it feels, man. Like, I saw some of the highlights. Really, I saw your Instagram, which was the dopest part. You getting some love from the missus, man. That was mad cool, dude. Like, it was that to me, that was my highlight when I saw that. I was like, he gets the win, got a medal in hand, and then get some love from the missus. I think that was mad cool, man. Shout out to that.
Of course.
Was that scripted?
What's that?
Was that scripted?
No. She was actually on the other side of the cage. Like, she was actually behind my opponent's corner, and then I just saw her. My manager's tall; he's like 6'5". So I saw him, and then I hear babe, and I look down, and my wife was 4'11". I was like, oh, here you are. I was like, give me a kiss, and I knew it was gonna be a while because I had to get stitched up. So I was like, I'll be a while. I'm gonna be about an hour. Have fun, drink out here, watch the rest of the fights. I'll be back out, soon.
That's what's
so
up.
No, it was just kind of spur of the moment.
That's what's up, man. That was cool. So you are now definitely making a lot of noise, but I feel when it comes to bare knuckle fighting, I feel like there's a big story to be told. Kind of give some backstory to that, because you just got a big win. You're doing your thing. Bare knuckle fighting is definitely getting a lot of pay-per-views. I'm learning this. It's getting a lot of attention on the pay-per-view side. Let my fans know what's going on. Tell us about Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships.
Well, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships is the best organization for bare knuckle. When it comes to pay, when it comes to the competitiveness, the athletes they have in there. This was their 8th show they put on, and they're getting bigger and bigger every single show with more pay-per-view buys, more. The main events are getting bigger and bigger. This next one, November 16th, is Artem Lobov versus Jason Knight 2. And I don't know if you saw the first one, and if you haven't, look it up. That was probably the fight of the decade, or some Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward type stuff.
Wow.
Look up Artem Lobov versus Jason Knight, and you wish there was 10 rounds instead of 5.
Wow.
Dave Feldman, man, he knows he knows the game. He knows what people want to. That's the thing. He knows what people want to see. He's making smart decisions based off what the general population wants.
Right.
And he makes those fights happen. So he gave me a chance. I said, it's the biggest platform. This was a really, really big point to prove to myself that I belong with the best bare knuckle fighters in the world. And this win solidified that for me. And it's just, I'm just gonna keep that momentum going.
Now, so you on the cards you fought on, I want the people to know there were some huge names, headlines, and like it felt good when I went to research. I'm trying to find as much information about the fight. All I see is main card Joey Angelo. Card Joey Angelo. That's a big deal, man. It's not like you're doing in prelims. It takes a while to get to where you even got to. Prelims is a big deal. But you're on the main card. Name a couple people that fought on this main card with you.
Well, you had the co-main event was Jim Allers versus Julian Lane. Huge fight. That fight ended in a knockout. in favor of Allers. Then the main event was Gabriel Gonzaga versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva. And that fight was, bro, I'm sitting there and I'm doing my medical paperwork, and my wife is standing up. She's got my backpack, and we're all doing medicals, and she's like, babe, that guy next to you has huge friggin' hands. And it's Antonio Silva. And I'm like, oh, snap. And I look at his hands. I'm like, oh, my, I thought mine were big. So I'm sitting there, and I was like, and then it hit me. It's like, I'm fighting on the same card as these guys. That's insane to me. So
it's insane, man.
Yeah, so it's surreal. I'm living in the moment, right? Like I embrace everything because once you're done, it's done. Now it's a memory. So I'm like, let me just really, really embrace everything, you know.
Good for you, man. Good for you. So, all right. So you had this new experience in Tampa.
Yeah.
And Tampa right now, in my mind, has a lot of energy going to fighters. It just seems like it's a good city that's really promoting it. Is Bare Knuckle Fighting thinking about going to any other places that you know of? Where are the places that people should really be tuning in? How should they find it? Like, give us a little bit more if they want to go to get some face-to-face, see it in person type stuff.
So the only states that allow bare knuckle, because it's such an old sport, but it wasn't legalized back then. Like, talk about London prize rules in the John L. Sullivan days. Now that it's an actual sport, Biloxi, Mississippi, Wyoming, Florida, and I think New Mexico are the only states that allow it. Now, from what I heard, now it's all conjecture. I think their next card, not November 16th, but the one after that, it's the first card of 2020. From what I heard, I think it's going to be in Kansas City.
Oh, wow.
And I love Kansas City because I'm a huge Tech 9 fan, so I've been out there a couple times.
All right.
So yeah, like the Midwest is tight. But
yeah, man.
But I think so. But you got to realize, man, I'm going to predict by the end of 2020, I'm going to say at least 10 to 15 states legalize this.
I believe it. I believe it. Like, I've seen so much content online trying to reach. I'm just typing it in, and all of a sudden I see some YouTube video, Joe Rogan, blah blah blah, bare knuckle. I mean, it's just all types of different things. Where when it's controversial like that, that's a great thing for the sport. It's huge,
of course,
hands down. Now, do you I saw what is usually like 10 fights. Is that about a fair number? Usually per. It was roughly like 10.
there was 12 on this card, and I think one dropped out last minute, so it was 11. But yeah, 10 to 12 fights is usually a decent fight card.
Okay. And it's really decent prices and stuff like that. Like, it's not like it's because it's not new, but it seems like it's just getting a lot of buzz right now. It's a fair statement.
I mean, yeah, if you want action, here's the thing. Out of the 11 fights that night, 2 went the distance. Mine and this other boxer his name is Dat. I think he's from Thailand or Philippines or something. And he was 20-3 in pro boxing. He's really, and like me, my fight, I just picked the guy apart, didn't get into much damage. But everyone else, 9 other fights, all ended in knockout or TKO. I mean, it's nothing but action packed. I think it draws a bigger crowd than mixed martial arts because then you got guys, unless you're a hardcore wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy such as yourself, you can appreciate the Damian Maia versus Askren, right? A lot of these guys are like, I don't want to see guys hug for 5 minutes around. I want to see knockout in action.
I want to see a knockout.
And that's what Feldman provides, man. And and listen, we all get paid extra to finish our opponent. Money's a motive. We do. Yeah. So money's a motive. I didn't mind not getting that extra bonus. All I want to do is get that win.
Yeah.
My whole thing is if the knockout will present itself, don't force it.
That's
this
true.
Fight, it didn't present itself, but the win did. So I'm happy with the win. Yeah.
I promise you this, man. Dana White realized that with the UFC, he paid those bonuses just like you're saying you guys would do. People want that action. So I can see hands down, like, and I can see why it's gonna just continue to grow. Pay-per-view, people want the knockout. Most individuals are not gonna appreciate. Oh, look at him. He escaped that. I don't know. He escaped something simple. I don't know. It could be as simple as how do you get out of that rear naked choke? That's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, whatever the case may be. I think you're right. I think hands down, people are really just going to really start gravitating to this just as much as they do now with MMA. Because 10 years ago, people were looking at it like, man, I'm not watching this UFC stuff. Now we can't go without something
Oh yeah, there's an event every weekend.
Every weekend. So pay-per-view. You guys are on pay-per-view, ESPN Plus, or what? Where are you? Where are we checking it?
We were on Fight TV. It's FITE.tv. So my family back on the East Coast, like in New York, they were able to order it off their, I don't know what cable provider, they might have had Dish or something. They were able to look at, because everyone kept sending me pictures of their guide and be like, is this it? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's awesome. So they didn't necessarily have to go through Fight TV, but some cable providers, depending on where you were in the country, they got it. Like, they were able to just order it right then and there. It was, I think it was either $29.99 or $39.99. I can't remember, which is still cheaper than all the other UFCs, all the big. The Canelo Alvarez fight this week is like $70 on day or whatever. It's ridiculous. So, I'm telling you, nonstop action. And as far as it being accepted, I'm telling you, man, I have 3 bare knuckle fights. I have not broken a hand. Now, what I did do this fight, if you can see, I can't straighten my pinky out anymore.
Oh, wow.
What I did was I ruptured. I didn't break my hand. It's still good to go. What I did was I ruptured my pinky ligament because I'm a southpaw. So when I punched, my pinky must have dug in a little too much.
Yeah.
And I ruptured my ligament. I did it with this one too. My first one, and it straightened out. So this one will straighten out. I just got to wear my brace. You don't punch as hard.
How does it feel?
Oh, honestly, with the joint actually kind of feels like numb, like you stuck your pinky, but it doesn't hurt whatsoever. Okay. But you don't punch as hard. You're all accuracy and speed, and I think that's what makes the sport a little safer. Yeah. More stitches.
Yeah, literally the thing is, you hit somebody too hard, man, you can break your freaking bones. This skull is hard for a reason. You know Absolutely. What I mean? And but the good thing about it too, which I love, most guys in are professionals. Like, you really need to know. I mean, you're playing a dangerous game, even in the sport of boxing. You know this as much as any true boxer understands. It's dangerous inside the ring, and you don't go in there to play around. You need to know exactly what's going on. Like, anytime you take, hey, what's up? What's up, man? Right. What's that right there?
That's my young son, Luca.
Hey, yeah, you a fighter too?
He is.
No.
Oh, you are. What's daddy's name? Cinderella, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go. Vete para allá. Watch this. But yes, you're absolutely right. You can break a hand very easily, and
it's like you need to know exactly. You need to know and understand this to play around with. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good that you guys, the professionals, understand it. How true to the, like you just said, we're not in there finna just try to do haymakers all day.
It is. And the guys that got caught, the guys that got the knockouts, yeah, they like. There's only one dude that really, two, I shouldn't lie, Jim Allers and Zach Gisola. Zach Gisola is one of my training partners. He went in there and looked amazing, calculated, ate the guy to the body, hit him with a double uppercut, and then his opponent fell out of the ring. Jim Allers caught Julian Lehman a nice little uppercut because Julian kept coming with his head down. Other than that, everyone just was flailing and swinging and hoping for a knockout. That's not me.
Yeah,
I can't go in there and look wild because I'm gonna get caught.
Right.
So, but Dave, before the fights, he pumps you up. You want that extra knockout bonus? You go out there, you give everything you can. So after my fight was calculated. I picked this dude apart. His eye was just completely shut. It was a close fight. It was a split decision, closer than I wanted to. But the first thing I did, before I even raised my hand, I went up to Dave. I said, "How'd you like it?" He goes, "Your boxing, your movement was great. I just wish you would have attacked more." And I said, "What? My guy's gonna have one eye for the next 2 months." I was like, I said, I picked him apart without exposing myself.
Right.
But he wants that action. But I said, listen, I got the win. I'm happy, and now I want a big name. That's what I told him.
That's good, man. It's coming, man. I could tell. I saw I saw another one of your post-fight interviews, and I saw that you mentioned that on there as well. That big name. You ready for it? You got something in mind?
Yeah. I said either Hector Lombard, because he's, I think, officially signed, and he's an animal. Everyone's he's 41. I don't care. My dad's 52. He's in better shape than I am.
Oh, wow.
Hector Lombard, 41 years old. He's a little shorter than I am. He's a southpaw like me, but he hits so hard, and he's fast, and he's athletic as all hell, and it's just the right test for me. Like, it's who I want to fight. So I'm going to get medically cleared. I'm suspended right now, so I have to get cleared before I go. I have my stitches and all that stuff, so they suspended me for 45 days.
Is that the protocol? Is that normal protocol? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
like if you fight a 5-round fight, even if you don't get hurt, they said 30-day suspension. Relax. But since I had some stitches and I had a nice little gash under my arm, under my eye, they said 45 days. And I said, cool. I'm gonna spend the rest of the time with the family.
Would you normally take a big window of time off, or let's just say you went in and was done in first round and it didn't, no scrapes, no scratches. And they said, hey, I got a big name in KC. Would you have jumped right into something like that?
I would actually fight November 16th in Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah, if I'm in shape, I'm gonna take advantage of it.
I feel that.
Like right now, I'm 205, so I put on 20 pounds since the fight because I came into the fight night. I weighed in at 184.5. I think I stepped into the ring at 197.
Okay.
And then I put on like 12 pounds. And then now, obviously, I'm living life. I have my beer, my cheesecake. I like my Hennessy, so I drink a little bit.
You told me about that last time. No doubt.
Yeah, it's only a week, and then I start my road work again and all that fun stuff. So, I would have fought November 16th. But yeah, typically I would like to, especially because of the time of year, it's the holidays. I want to do. Yeah. You got to realize 3-month camp is long and it's really hard on the wife and kids because I'm always tired. Instead of going out after school with my kids, I'm coming home because I train all morning, and I'm just kind of not grumpy, but just in training camp. Yeah. So they deserve it. They deserve to reap the benefits of me winning and me fighting. So Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas coming up, and but I told my manager and my coaches I'll keep my weight no heavier than 205, because no more 30-pound weight cuts. Or just do a 20-pound weight cut.
$170. Sheesh.
I know. I made my debut at 155. Right? I was at 55, 70. Yeah. If you look up my Sherdog profile, I look anorexic. I look sick at 155.
I saw the Sherdog. I saw that one, and it was like unable to provide because you hadn't had an MMA fight in a minute. My last MMA fight was 2017. Yeah, and they said we can't rank you, but all your fights were wins.
Yeah,
it was like all wins. Like, unfortunately, cannot be ranked because haven't had a recent fight
due to inactivity.
Yeah, inactivity. I was like, hey, but 155, dude, that's 50 pounds. That's crazy.
It's a lot of weight, and I cut it. And with that huge win streak I'm on, I just wasn't getting paid. I'm like, man, I was like, I'm not in it for the money. I didn't get into it like it, but now that I got 4 children and everything, I'm like, it's kind of got to be about the money. Go break them up, please, and put that down. So I'm like, when Dave offered me the money they offered me, I'm like, I told him 3 fights, and I need a down payment for a house, and that's it. And I have 4 kids, and I have 2 giant dogs. So, I have a Great Dane and a Mastiff, so I need a yard for them.
Ooh, yeah, and then boy, those are big dogs, man.
And he even told me, he goes, well, after these 3 fights, we'll see how you feel because I'm gonna make you some money. I told him, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but for now, I just want to keep fighting.
I understand, man. So now we have to. I need some of your fight I need some of your fight expertise because I want to jump into what's going on right now. It's a lot of energy going on, man, with MMA, UFC. There was a big fight this past weekend, Askren versus Maia. Oh my God, man! Like I woke up to, dude, Askren lost again. What? And you go research it, and it's like, dude, saying it like this, he was hyped pretty good, man. His hype was like through the ceiling, and it's looking real bad for the dude, man. I'm just being honest.
You know what? Like that Masvidal fight was like, because the thing is, Ben talks shit, but he talks smart shit. Like he's very sarcastic. I mean, he talks shit about himself. He's just like he's a funny guy. You paid him to see him fight, whether win or lose. The Masvidal fight, I mean,
I don't count that though. I didn't count it. Like
it was
get caught, right?
It was rough, man, because he does start every fight with that weird dip under, take the double leg. So he does leave his stuff exposed. But in the Maia fight, dude, I had Askren winning that. Maia was kind of on a slump, and he's getting a little older, so I'm like, but Maia, I've told people he's got the best jiu-jitsu in the game.
Hands down. hands down, dude. Nobody's touching the dude. He's been like praised for his weight class, no doubt. Like you don't want to. I know there's been a million other jiu-jitsu practitioners that entered the ring, but hands down for what he's done for UFC, he can't be touched. He is there. Like you can't even see. Yeah. So then it became like this big matchup: NCAA Olympic wrestler versus jiu-jitsu practitioner. It's the old BJJ versus wrestler like mashup. Here we go.
That Gracie Shamrock thing, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah. So it produced the perfect amount of energy. Here's this perfect storm. Boom. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. BJJ has been getting whooped on by wrestlers. Actually, he's supposed to win that. I feel like it just kind of shifted it kind of shifted just slightly.
Yep.
Like, to me, as a BJJ guy, I fell in love. I got excited, man. I mean, what did you feel when you saw the fight?
I honestly like poetry in motion. Once Damian Maia got that sweep, I'm like, oh, that's it.
He's over.
And Askren was getting gassed, and he's not the most physical specimen. Like he's kind of loppy looking. So is Damian, but I'm like, he started getting gassed and frustrated. You gotta understand, I've met Damian Maia in real life. Actually, when Wanderlei Silva, he still has a gym out here. Yeah. He's a big dude. He's wide framed. He's tall, and he's giant friggin' banana hands. I'm like, I wouldn't want to roll with that guy either.
Wow.
But yeah, I was shocked because I honestly thought Askren was gonna try and keep it standing because I've seen Askren fight these guys and won when he fought Aoki. All these guys, he had stand up. He wasn't afraid to throw. But
Maia's stand up looked better though. I don't know why Maia's stand up looked better though that day
because he knew he had a better ground game.
It just looks so much better, dude. I'm like, I promise. Maia stand up, like, I don't know, man. Like, he just, like, when T Wood fought him, I say it like this. He tried to take Tyron Woodley down a bunch of times. He tried to take Usman down. But you just saw all, I don't know. I was like, how do you I really don't. Usman fight looks like it was just more tactical. I felt like it was more punches on Maia. T Wood, I felt like it was like, hey, I'm the champ. You got to beat me, and it was a lot of defensive stuff going on. Yep. But when I saw Ben, it just looks. I don't want to say sloppy, but it didn't look like it was methodical at all. And it was just like, let me just ground the pound, get him to ground the pound so I can really wail him. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him.
And once he felt that strength, the story changed.
Golly, dude.
I know it's like and I think Maia looked that much better because Usman and Tyron Woodley, they're explosive. They're extremely explosive when it comes to stand up, and we saw that when Tyron Woodley knocked out Lawler.
Right.
Super, and Usman's he's just a freaking all-star freak athlete. So Askren's not that explosive. I was like, it's like a cabbage. He just looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. He's just not that explosive. Great at what he does. But so maybe Maia didn't respect that explosiveness, and Maia's always stoic. He's always very calm when he's fighting. Yeah. He doesn't really show too much emotion. So, and he's a bigger person than Askren. But
when you met Maia up close, was he handling the gym? Like, was he tearing everybody up on the mats when you saw him at the gym that time? You said when you met him. When you saw Maia up close at that gym, was he handling people at the gym real easy? How was he on the mats?
I didn't see him on the mat. I was just getting ready to leave, and he was just getting to check in. And it was him and Fabricio Verdum. And Verdum has already been there for a couple hours. And at the front, so my buddy is like, dude, that's Damian Maia. And I think Damian was getting ready to fight Anderson. So he had a lot of hype behind him. Yeah. And I was like, oh, my God. And he was, granted, I was 155 pounds at the time, but I was still the same height. I was like, Jesus Christ, so he's big. Yeah. And he was really nice, shook everyone's hand, very I really wish I would have saw him on the mat, but I had to run to work. But he just looked way bigger than I thought he was going to be. And he's like I say, he's got a wide frame. I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's huge. But I honestly, I was shocked that Askren got handled like that.
Do you? What would you? Before we jump on to what's coming up this weekend, because we got some good stuff coming. What would you have told Askren on his corner if you was in Askren's corner and you saw what was happening? Would you just says try your best to stay up, even though, in my opinion, Maia was handling him with the stand up. In my opinion, like I don't know. I don't know if he would win that.
When I have a hard time with grapplers, I resort to one thing: I leg kick the crap out of them.
I haven't seen no kicks.
You're an athlete. Yeah. You could throw kicks. You know who had a great leg kick plan was RDA versus Robbie Lawler. Two southpaws going against each other, and that calf kick killed. You can literally pick apart. Now, granted, Lawler's not much of a grappler; he's good, but you can literally pick apart someone's whole game plan, whether he's a striker or grappler, with some super low. I'm talking calf kicks.
Right.
I would have told him, dude, you know how to throw a kick. I don't care if it looks pretty. Just smash on him.
That's real.
And low, super low. Don't go mid thigh. Don't get caught. Literally that calf kick or something.
Tyron did the same thing. He messed up somebody's knee. Who was that? Was that Wonder Boy? He kicked somebody.
The first fight I think it was.
Yeah. That was crazy. So now we got to go with what's coming this weekend, man. Any predictions? What do you think? What's happening?
I'm gonna hold on real quick because I was looking at the card. I love Stephen Thompson. That dude is not going to get out of the ring alive this weekend against that Vicente Luque kid.
Yeah.
That Luque, he just fought Mike Perry. Granted, Mike Perry is a soldier. He's a warrior. You literally have to shoot that dude to beat him. And that was a war. And I'm looking, I was like, all right, Luque is on an 8-fight win streak, and Wonder Boy just got knocked out by a 55er.
Yeah, man.
In friggin' what's his face? Showtime Pettis.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't know why. And granted, it's in my hometown. It's in New York. Wonder Boy is out of Longo Weidman. They want to sell tickets, but I was like, Wonder Boy's just not taking the smartest fights, and that's why. You know what I mean? So I have Vicente Luque winning. Who else is on the card? I have Masvidal winning.
Yeah, okay, so I was about to ask, okay. All right. Okay. So hold on. You got to stop right there. That's a big statement, man. You sure?
Positive. Yeah, Masvidal's be win. He's gonna win.
All right, wait now. You're in New York. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of hype.
Yep.
I'm positive after this fight, it's title, right? It's got to be whoever wins this is going title.
Who's the? That's Usman, right?
Yes.
I don't know because what happened to Covington?
So Covington just got to win. So you probably here's the question. Nate Diaz was not supposed to come back and win. Mm-hmm. He came back and won. He was 3 years off, I think, right?
Yes.
Came back and won. Gets the win, calls out Masvidal, who just got a win over Askren, who was supposed to be basically, hey, I'm going to be that up there. So it's kind of like, for title. So it's Askren's gone. So then you got Covington, Usman, and T-Wood, Tyron. That should be. And so, are they going to run Tyron back with Usman? Probably not. And it's just going to be Usman and Covington. So then it becomes the question: is that the fight that everybody want to see, or is it this big fight coming up that's just about to happen this weekend? It's a lot of energy behind this. I don't know, man. I'm wondering if it's. I don't know. I'm wondering.
He's being a punk about the money. He's like, well, they're not giving me the money, so I don't want to fight. That's not understandable because you'd have to pay me a lot to fight Usman as well because he's a beast.
Dude,
I'm more excited about this fight coming up. Covington has blown his load, so to speak. He literally, everyone's tired of his shit. Excuse my language. No one just wants. When I see him with his stupid hat on, I want to click. Dude, I unfollowed him on Instagram. I'm like, I can't stand this dude. This dude is ignorant. He's just an idiot. So I'm like I can listen to people talk shit. I can't. Right. Dominic Cruz, Chael Sonnen, and Conor McGregor. These guys are the best at it. Nate Diaz sometimes, even though he's not that smart. But I'm like, but Covington, what's up, nerds? I'm like, dude, shut up. Get off my stick. I'm like, get out of here. So I'm at the point where I didn't want to watch him fight anymore. I'm very, very interested in the Masvidal Diaz because those guys don't care about titles.
They sure don't, man.
They're dogs. They're like, you know what? I just want to fight. And, Usman was talking crap about how could you be the baddest mother effer in the game with so many losses? Just because they are. No one's lining up to fight these dudes. And,
that's correct. Even that alone is a big deal, man. Like you start really looking back, like, damn, this dude was out there fighting back door with fucking Kimbo Slice.
17 years old, literally getting out of school, putting his books down, and going to fight some grown ass men in a backyard.
Shirt off, like
with his little ponytail. He's like, "Ah, let's do it." I was like,
what the fuck? You put that in perspective. It's like, dude, this ain't no sane cat here. This is like, yeah, man.
No. That's it. I gotta be home. I gotta be home before dinner. Hurry up. You know what I mean? It's like, so I like these guys because they're true fighters. They're true fighters, and I don't have Masvidal winning by a landslide. I think it's gonna be gritty. But here's the thing: Nate Diaz is bigger than I am. I'm 6 foot. I met Nate at the Mandalay Bay out here one time, and we're in a hotel, and my dad was talking. My dad was, "Hey, how you doing, Nate?" And he's taller than I am. Not wider than me.
I saw him at the Arnold's. I met him before at the Arnold's, so I've seen him before.
He's not a small guy. He's stringy, but he's not small.
Yeah.
So I don't think the ring rust was an issue against Pettis because Pettis is super tiny. He's not that. I don't think he's that much powerful. He's crafty, but I think the ring rust is going to show against the Masvidal fight because Masvidal is a big boy. He's going to push the pace on him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go to the ground with him. I think Masvidal is going to.
He'd be stupid to go to the ground with Nate. That wouldn't
100%.
be. Yeah, it's not the way to go.
Not that I don't think Masvidal's can handle himself, but Nate's a different animal on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Now, the only way I see Masvidal getting a little frustrated is just Nate's slapbox style. Not too hard, but it just pops him. He turns over last minute. But honestly, I don't think Masvidal is going to have an issue with Nate. I think it'll go to distance because they're both super tough. I just think Masvidal is going to take a unanimous decision.
I feel that. I feel like if someone wins this, man, Usman would be crazy. Like, it's going to be a big money, and Usman get the majority of the paper. We'll see what happens. But it's like, is Covington, and I think, he beat somebody recently, but I just don't feel like it's the same energy as this fight.
He beat Lawler.
Was it Lawler? That's who it was?
He outworked Bobby Lawler. Listen, Covington is an athlete. He's a workhorse. He's great at what he does, but he's also his own worst enemy when it comes to publicity and promo stuff. He's just an idiot. Maybe Masvidal's due for a title shot, and I think stylistically, I don't like that fight if he had to fight Usman because I don't think Usman would stand up with him after. I think he would try and wrestle him, and honestly, I think it might just become a boring fight. Like I think Usman would just kind of ground and pound him and just kind of do that. But who knows? It's a fight game. You never know. Who else is fighting this weekend?
That's a good question, man. That's a perfect time for me to go get a confirmation. Let's see.
I was looking at the. Who do you have? Oh yeah, my teammate, freaking Kevin Lee fighting Gregor Gillespie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good fight. Kevin Lee is on a little bit of I think he's on a 2-fight losing streak, but he lost to Tony Ferguson and he lost to Rafael Dos Anjos. 2 high-level names. Yeah,
so Gastelum and Till, middleweight.
Oh, dude. Freaking
Stephen Thompson and Vicente Luque.
Yeah.
And Derek Lewis. I don't even know how you say this guy's name. Blagoy.
Ivanikov. He's from Bulgaria. He's one of my training partners as well.
Seriously, he's 18-2, man. This dude is in 1-0 contest. He's rock star, huh?
Yeah, he's actually relatively new in the UFC too. I think he's might have had, I want to say 3 or 4 fights in the UFC, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, he came over for World Series to fight.
Kevin Lee and Gillespie is that lightweight.
And Gregor's what, 13-0 now?
Yep.
Greg. I was supposed to fight him at 155, my pro debut.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, he broke his arm in training, so I had to fight some dude from Anderson Silva's gym. But that fight right there is gonna be a good fight.
So are we saying Gastelum is guaranteed to get that win over Till, or what do you think there?
I was just having this conversation with my little brother because he loves Gastelum.
And he's tough, man. He's tough, dude.
Listen. Because everyone's like, oh, Till's taller, this and that. I was like, Israel Adesanya is a big dude, and Gastelum put work in on him.
Work, dude. Did you see his
Gastelum head kicked him. Gastelum head kicked him and almost knocked him out. So I'm gonna go with now. Till looks like a beast at 85. I was just watching some videos and he looked big. He filled out. He's a big welterweight. Gastelum, he's just so friggin'. He just hits so hard, and he's a workhorse.
Man. Yeah,
and he's tough and durable. So I don't think Till Till's been exposed, right? These last couple fights. That hype train derailed real quick.
Yeah, he's at that point now. I feel like he's one of if the situation like, do I retire? He's at that aspirin. Is this time? Is it over? You know what I mean? He's thinking about it.
I think if he loses this fight, he's gonna get cut.
Right.
That'll be 3 fights in a row. I think it'll be 3 fights in a row because Masvidal beat him, knocked him out.
Yep.
He just lost again. I thought he lost 2, but yeah, 3 fights in a row. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna look too good for him. And he's going. My whole thing is like, if you're getting slept by welterweights, why go up to middleweight?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I went up from 55 to 85 because I wasn't done growing. Literally, I went pro at such a young age. But then my training switched. I was going with guys like, like Kevin Lee, and then I was sparring guys like Blagoy, who's fighting on the card.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to get hit by thunderous dudes because if I don't want this to be like in the fight, I don't want to get hit. I'm like, oh my god, it really hurt. I haven't felt that before. No, I want to get hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin Lee and Gregor Gillespie, I think Gregor gets handed his first loss.
Wow, man.
Yeah, my coach is out there right now. Dewey Cooper's out there with Kevin in New York right now. Obviously, Gregor's from Long Island, so he's going to be a big favorite. Fans.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-round fight. Kevin is so freaking big. Like he's a large individual.
Wow.
I think
how tall is he? He's real tall.
It's not that he's big. He's about 5'9", but his legs are freaking huge.
Yeah.
He's just a physical specimen. So I think that coming from fighting, listen, you lost to Tony Ferguson and you lost to RDA.
Yeah.
I don't say be proud of your losses, but those are top 5 guys.
Yeah, man.
So,
hands down, dude. Hands down.
So it's going to be a good fight card.
I agree, man. I think we got a lot of energy this weekend coming. My fans is definitely excited. Go ahead, drop your information on the Instagram one more time. I think you changed the name on me. What's your username?
I did. It's now it's Bare Knuckle Cinderella, man. Because I'm like, it was Angelo_MMA, and I'm like, I'm never going back to MMA. So I'm gonna do something different, unless they offer me some crazy money. I won't be watching the UFC fights this weekend. I got me and my wife got ringside tickets to the Kovalev Canelo fight.
Hey, why not, man? I'm not mad.
Yeah, Canelo is going up a couple weight classes to fight Kovalev, and it'll be a good fight.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. That's right in time. That's in Vegas, right?
That's gonna be at the MGM. Yeah, we got some. We got nice little. I think we're the fighting lifestyle, man. It's. My wife sits by the sideline. She supports me. But now that I'm taking some time off, it's daytime. I got to go on date night. She cooked every meal for me for the last 3 months. So I'm going to take her out to a nice dinner. We're going to go get a nice suite at the MGM and go take. And she loves the fights. Her first fight ever was last weekend when she watched me fight. She's never watched me fight live before, so she was going nuts.
That's good, man. Good deal. Well, hey, you guys enjoy it. You deserve it. Congratulations again. Enter the Last Dragon is definitely a supporter, and we will have you on again. I'm ready to hear about what's next. Let us know if you are. Hopefully, maybe I can get you before your next fight. Maybe you getting on that Kansas City one. Is that possible?
We'll see. So I injured my shoulder. I've been kind of quiet about it. I tore my labrum.
Wow.
It's torn from 3 to 6 o'clock. So like 20% of it. So I start physical therapy because I can't do surgery. So I'm going to do physical therapy here in a little bit. You're like literally like a third person that knows after this gets out. Yeah. So I haven't even told.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Wow. So you're healing. You gotta heal. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I threw an overhand and it messed up. It's catching a little bit, but I'll be good by March. But yes, I will be fighting a big name, and I'm not going to take anything else. I'm literally gonna take Wanderlei Silva, Hector Lombard, Chris Lieben, anyone they give me. And they're all southpaw's. So
hey, you deserve it, man. You the man, Joey, man. We appreciate you, Cinderella, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right,
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.